Terry. I'm a Weight Loss Rebels ambassador, and I run the Facebook page Fit and Tattooed with an Attitude. I have a lower back injury, a herniated disc, and I just want to show you some of the stretches that I do every day that have made a world of difference in my back pain. These are stretches that you only want to do after a workout when your muscles are all warmed up. You definitely don't want to go into these stretches cold. I just got back from TRX class, so it's a perfect time for me to do them. The first one I'm going to show you is one that the head of spine and pain management for the hospital I went to when I herniated my disc, he told me to do this stretch above all others. And what you want to do is you just get down on your belly and push back like this. Now I know there's a yoga stretch that has you way up like this. That's not what you want to do. You want to be down with your hips and your pelvic area still on the mat, and you just want to push back until you feel your lower back muscles engage. Don't force it, only go as far as they want to go. Some people might not even have the flexibility in their back to do this. You might just have to be down on your forearms to start, and that still helps. And the benefit of this stretch is that, especially if you sit at a desk job all day, your spine, you don't even realize it, but you slouch forward and your spine curves like this, and that really puts pressure on your disc. This counters that. It pushes the muscles and the disc in the opposite way. And this stretch feels great, actually, after a long day at work, too. After that stretch, I go into my personal favorite one, which is the pigeon stretch. A lot of my lower back pain is generated from really tight glutes and hamstrings, and this stretch gets it better than any others. So what I do is you want to bend your leg in front of you. Depending on your flexibility, you might be able to bring your leg more out than I can. So bend your leg like this, and I start out, I do 30 seconds down on my forearms, and this is where a minor modification can make a huge difference. If I just tilt a tiny bit more into the stretch, man, that really pulls through my glutes and back into my hamstring and down into my hamstrings. So I do 30 seconds down on my forearms, and then I do 30 seconds up on my arms like this, which lets me push into that stretch even more. After this, you would do the other leg, which I'm not going to bother doing, just to show you. After that, I do a classic hamstring stretch, which I swear by. It's an oldie but a goodie. And when you have your foot straight forward, it goes right down the back of your hamstring. If you just, hope it shows, if you just turn your foot a tiny bit and even push your leg a little bit to the side, man, that really changes the stretch, and it comes all through this part of your leg instead. And then you want to pull it back towards you as much as you can, but again, never force it. Only go as much as your body is willing to. So depending on my soreness, I hold this stretch for 30 to 60 seconds. And then the last stretch I always do is kind of embarrassing for people to see, but it is great for the groin area. Let me fix my mat so you can see better. You want to get down on your knees, put your legs or your knees as far apart as you can, and you might be inclined to point your feet together. You don't want to do that. You want to try to have your feet out. That really makes the stretch that much harder. And then if you can, come down to your forearms and just sink back into it. And man, this really, you're really going to feel this through your inner thigh and the groin area. And just the more you push back into it, hopefully this subtle movement shows, the more you really, really feel that stretch. And then I do that one for 30 to 60 seconds, depending on how sore I am. So hopefully, if you try some of these stretches, they might give you a little relief from back pain. And even if you're not already having back pain, I still highly recommend them anyway, because tight muscles are what lead to the back pain, and you can maybe eliminate those tight muscles by doing these stretches and be proactive.